This uncle adopted a crippled daughter, because both the bird's wings and legs were injured. It probably won't be able to fly for the rest of its life. To regain confidence for the white crane, every day the uncle washes the feet of the white crane to promote blood circulation. He even showed it wildlife programs on TV to let it experience the natural world without going outside. Fearing that the white crane would be hungry, the uncle would go fishing every day on the riverbank, regardless of rain or shine. Seeing that it was not convenient to live in a warehouse, the uncle built a new nest on the roof for it. Concerned about the sun's rays, he added a shade umbrella to protect it from the sun. Taking care of every little thing, the white crane also feels the warmth of the uncle. It increasingly depends on him, a step that never leaves. The uncle deeply loved this white crane, always taking it along whenever he went out. This way, the man and the bird lived together for 8 years. The uncle had long considered the white crane as his daughter, and named it Milena. Next spring, an unexpected visitor arrived. The uncle noticed that this guest had no ill intentions and was interested in courting Milena. It was the first time Milena was being courted, and she was bewildered about what to do. The stranger was persistent and wouldn't leave. After intense pursuit, Milena eventually fell in love, inseparable. They go everywhere a couple. The uncle felt happy for his daughter, although her wing was broken. The other guy still did not disparage. The uncle named his son-in-law lad Klepeton. Later, the two birds had a union of love and gave birth to a brood of offspring. Klepeton was a warm-hearted man, catching fish for his mate every day. Milena is malnourished. In order to make Milena feel better, Klepeton sings love songs every day. Looking at the happy face of his daughter, the uncle was very pleased, but the fun did not last long. One day Klepeton flew away without warning, making Milena and uncle both bewildered. Maybe Klepeton was a traitor, they mistook him. Since then Milena has completely collapsed. Day by day she looks into the distance with a sad expressionless face. She refuses to eat anything and gets thinner and thinner. The uncle was very heartbroken but could not help, only feed the fish to Milena. To ease her sadness, the uncle took Milena for a walk every day to pass the time. But Milena was still sad and in no mood. Her favorite animal show, she didn't even bother to watch. In the spring of the following year something strange happened. Klepeton returned. Milena was very happy. She didn't seem to blame Klepeton at all. They snuggled up intimately. The uncle didn't understand why Klepeton left and then came back. Then he looked up the information and learned that the white crane is a migratory bird. Every winter they often migrate south to survive and reproduce. This is the natural instinct of migratory birds. Despite the danger, Klepeton flew 13,000 kilometers across 2 continents only to see Milena again. Fearing that she would be alone, Klepeton is the last to fly away each time he migrates, returning first in the spring just to stay with Milena for a few more days. They persisted like this continuously for 15 years. Time does not change their feelings, even though they are half a world apart, they always look towards each other. Within 15 years the pair gave birth to more than 60 children. When the children's feathers were fully grown, Klepeton began to teach them to fly for food. It knew that the best gift they could give their children was a survival skill in the wild. But then something bad happened. One spring that year Klepeton did not return to her family. Not only was Milena worried, but the uncle also felt that something was wrong. After checking Klepeton's flight path, the uncle discovered that Klepeton had moved over Lebanon, a hell of birds. Every year more than 2 million animals are killed here. The uncle made a feather of Milena into a quill and used it to write a letter to the president of Lebanon. The letter not only writes about the love story of the white cranes, but also writes about the importance of protecting birds. He hopes to be able to stop the brutal hunting of animals. The most surprising thing was that when he received the letter, the president was deeply moved. He directly changed laws and regulations, protecting birds from being hunted. When the story of the 2 cranes went viral, it moved the world. Someone even put a camera next to the bird's nest, streaming all day in Paris. They expect Klepeton to come back. Many days passed and still there was no sign of Klepeton. But Milena never gave up. She still looked into the distance, longing as always. Many people think that Klepeton may be dead. Some say that a miracle can happen. One morning, a familiar figure appeared. Klepeton, covered in wounds, flew back. People who saw this scene clapped their hands non-stop, all happily danced. Couples hugged each other on the street. The loyalty of the cranes cannot be shaken by the passage of time. Some say adultery is the nature of animals, but Klepeton and Milena prove to us that there is love in this world that cannot be changed. Then many people use the photo of the couple to make a postcard as a beautiful symbol of the couple's love. Incredible wooden Lamborghini built by dedicated dad for his son. In Vietnam, a heartwarming story of creativity and craftsmanship has taken the internet by storm. Meet Trong Ban Dao, a skilled woodworker who turned dreams into reality by constructing a stunning Lamborghini entirely out of wood for his son. Trong's attention to detail is awe-inspiring, as every contour of the wooden Lamborghini San Roadster he built is a work of art. What's even more remarkable is that Trong sourced wood from repurposed trees, ensuring no additional trees were felled for this project. A testament to sustainability. The entire process spans 65 days of meticulous work, highlighting the dedication and effort poured into this masterpiece. From constructing the frame to intricately upholstering the interior and engineering functional mechanisms, like the iconic scissor doors, Trong's craftsmanship shines through. To infuse life into this wooden wonder, an electric motor was ingeniously integrated. The attention to detail is evident as functioning headlights and tail lights bring the creation to life. Thanks to the electric motor, this wooden marvel can reach speeds of up to 25 km per hour, providing an exhilarating experience for his son. With a gleaming lacquer finish, the wooden beauty was ready for its debut. This heartwarming story reminds us that with ingenuity, passion, and love, even the wildest dreams can be crafted into reality. At first glance, you might mistake this for a real person. Humanoid robots at the 2023 Robot Exhibition, taking place in Beijing, China, made many people admire. According to an engineer at the show, the upgrade has allowed the robot's joints to move naturally and have subtle finger movements. The exhibition shows the great advancement in robotics. The robots are getting more and more real and human. More than 100 Chinese and foreign robot developers bring to the show more than 500 products in 10 application areas. The guy you're looking at collected millions of plastic bottles and put them in the sea to build a floating hotel. In Africa's Ivory Coast, Eric, an environmental enthusiast, embarked on a unique mission. He discovered that plastic bottles were polluting the coastline, and he decided to transform this trash into something incredible. Collecting 800,000 plastic bottles discarded in the sea, he constructed an innovative floating hotel. With rooms equipped with Wi-Fi, AC, a pool, restaurant, and even a karaoke bar, the hotel offers guests an unforgettable experience. But it's not just about luxury. The island runs on solar energy and utilizes waste for fertilizer. This environmentally friendly venture has attracted over 100 visitors weekly, creating jobs and inspiring the local community. Eric's dream is to rid the coastline of plastic, fostering eco-consciousness in the younger generation. His journey proves that even small efforts can lead to remarkable change. This incredible story showcases the power of transforming waste into a sustainable oasis. In an unexpected turn of events, a tiny kitten emerged victorious against a colossal adversary, a giant mouse. The scene unfolded in the quiet corners, where the playful kitten, named Oliver, faced off against an overgrown mouse, seemingly a product of folklore. With unwavering determination, Oliver pounced into action, his small size juxtaposed against the formidable opponent. The atmosphere crackled with anticipation as Oliver circled his rival, eyes gleaming with a mix of curiosity and courage. The mouse, towering over him, let out a defiant squeak, seemingly underestimating the fiery spirit within the little feline. It was a David and Goliath scene playing out in real life, with Oliver embodying the underdog spirit. Oliver's movements were a blend of grace and ferocity as he darted around, agile and quick. The battle continued, the kitten's tiny yet sharp claws proving to be an unexpected weapon. His lithe body dodged the swipes of the colossal mouse, evading danger with each nimble twist. The defining moment arrived when Oliver seized an opportunity, a moment of distraction on the mouse's part. With a lightning-fast lunge, the kitten leapt onto the mouse's back, managing to hold his ground. The room seemed to hold its breath as the standoff persisted, until finally, with a triumphant yowl, Oliver emerged as the conqueror. The giant mouse, once imposing, now lay defeated. Oliver's victory was not merely a physical triumph, it was a testament to the power of determination, wit, and the audacity of a small soul. As the little kitten celebrated his unexpected conquest, he taught a lesson that even the seemingly insurmountable challenges could be overcome with the right blend of courage and strategy. Positivity. Sunflowers, symbols of hope and optimism. As the sun rises, these flowers turn towards the radiant light, expressing love and trust in the eternal source of energy. Therefore, selecting interior furnishings with sunflower designs not only serves as decoration but also reflects a hopeful spirit and a desire to move forward. Warm yellow hues will infuse brightness and hope into every corner of your home. Meet Stephen Peat, a man who doesn't experience pain. Born with an exceedingly rare condition called congenital insensitivity to pain, CIP, he's impervious to injuries that would make most cringe. CIP affects just 1 in 125 million babies. When Stephen was a child, his parents noticed his unusual behavior. He'd bite his tongue even when it bled. Doctors' tests confirmed his insensitivity to pain through needle pricks and even a flame held near his foot. Stephen's reckless behavior, jumping from heights and attempting daring stunts, stems from his unique condition. He's broken over 80 bones and survived a car gas leak due to CIP. Doctors predicted he wouldn't survive his teenage years, but he's still here. Stephen uses his social media presence to share his story, encouraging others with CIP to persevere. Despite the hardships, his journey highlights the importance of pain as a life-preserving alarm system. This video was captured by a driver in China. The man was traveling alone through a three-way intersection on a mountain pass, when the dashboard camera in his car recorded something incredibly chilling. A vague, ghostly figure was sitting in the middle of the crossroads. Many people have reported seeing a similar apparition when passing through this stretch of road. Although the road itself isn't hazardous, numerous individuals have felt a shiver down their spine while traversing this area alone at night. This true story takes place in a remote area of Texas. The person who posted this video stated that he was on his way back home when suddenly a man appeared out of nowhere. He was holding a suitcase and an umbrella. Strange things began to happen afterwards. Not just one, but many similarly dressed men appeared. They seemed very confused when being discovered. Behind them was an enigmatic glow lit up by someone. Many believe that these individuals are performing a ritual to worship Satan. Others think it's a meeting of businessmen, and they don't want to be found out. What are your thoughts on this mysterious video?